Hi there. So yeah, as the title of the video suggests, I'm out here on Dartmoor. I'm doing a wild camp, just an overnight. I've walked up from Chagford. I'm actually now in Fernworthy Forest. I've just walked past the reservoir. I did do a piece to camera earlier on, but I'm not sure it worked out, so I think I'm going to be using this one. The reason I'm just doing an overnight is because today is Friday and there's no bus on Sunday, so I have to go back tomorrow. Now, this is also a bit of a kit test. I've come up with a very light pack. This is a new pack to me. I've just bought this, so I'm testing it out. So far so good. I'll explain a little bit more later on in the video. I've also traveling as light as possible. At the moment I'm about 9.5 kilos, which is pretty good as far as I'm concerned. I'm going to find a spot to camp just south of this forest. You're not allowed to camp in this forest, but you are permitted to wild camp just south of the forest, so that's where I'm going to go. Chagford Common it's called. And so once I find somewhere to camp, it's going to be a bit difficult because it's very windy today. This is why I've also come into the forest, because it gives me a little bit of shelter. You can hear me talking. But I'm going to set up camp and then go through a very brief breakdown of the gear. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So let's crack on, try and find somewhere, go on through this forest and find somewhere to camp. So let's go walking Devon, or let's go walking Dartmoor. So I intentionally took this route because I knew that there's tributary leading to the reservoir. So I'm just going to gather some water. That'll do. Now, because this is river water, I have a filter, a Sawyer squeeze to do it, to filter it back into my other bottle once that empties. Now, I've intentionally put a little, I don't know if you can see that, little skull and crossbones on there, just to let me know that that's not the one I drink from. This was quite easy to spot from the path. Quite an old settlement, some standing stones there. I guess that must have been a doorway maybe. But it looks quite a big one. There's some, looks like an outer wall maybe. Going up there as well. People lived here many, many years ago. Thousands of years people are living on Dartmoor. Lovely spot. Imagine living here. Got a spider on my leg. Look at the size of that one. He's a big boy, isn't he? Oh, he can get off, no hitchhikers. Okay, I'm just about to leave the forest and I can already feel the wind really picking up. You should be able to hear me here, I'm hoping. So I'm just going to quickly go over this backpack because I'm really pleased with it. It's performed very well today. It's basically an ultralight backpack. When I went out and weighed my kit, I realised that the backpack that I was going to use weighed over, well, it's nearly 2.5 kilos. So even before you start, that's 2.5 kilos on your backpack. So I went on to Amazon and I saw this, and it's a very basic backpack. It's an ultralight one and it weighs 500 grams. So that's nearly a 2 kilo saving already. Now, to start off with, it's got nice deep pockets. It hasn't got loads of pockets and straps everywhere. It's a very basic backpack, which is exactly what you need for a lightweight backpack. It's got a nice top pocket. The zips work really nicely. Sorry, that's not the top pocket. This is the top pocket. Zips work really nicely. I've just got my food in there. It's not waterproof, so everything's in plastic bags inside. That's perfectly normal for a backpack. You should use plastic bags inside, or at least dry sacks. Plastic bags are lighter and cheaper, obviously. Everything I've got is inexpensive as far as I'm concerned, but it works just as well. There's no padding on this on the back. It's just a straight backpack. But what I've done is just put my seat pad as part of the in the front here, so that acts as the padding, so that's not an issue either. It does touch your back, but you know, when you've got these sort of parts that, you know, keep the backpack away from you, that just adds weight to the backpack. So, you know, I'm happy with that. This is why the whole kit is just 9.5 kilos. So the actual main compartment, well, there's another outside bag here which I haven't actually used, so there's still more room for stuff if I need it, but this main compartment unzips right down all the way through, and so, you know, I've got the whole thing just in a big bin liner, heavy duty bin liner, so, you know, because it's rain due tomorrow basically, or, you know, possibly anyway, so I want to make sure that my kit stays dry. And, you know, things like this can, you know, when you talk about ultralight gear, it can be very expensive. But, you know, the amazing thing about this was, and it's ripstop nylon, it's good quality as far as I can see. Zip's great. It was £27.99. It wasn't even £30. And I think that's absolute bargain. I'm going to put a link in the description if you're interested. So I just wanted to give you a quick, you know, it's even got a whistle, should I need it. And, you know, first impressions, I'm very happy with it. You know, under £30, you can't really go wrong, can you? And it hasn't broken yet, so the stitching looks fine. It seems to be holding up to the weight of everything, so yeah, more than happy with it. So yeah, let's crack on and try and find a spot to camp. Okay, so I'm out here on the moor. As you can see, there's not much shelter here. It's quite exposed. I hope you can hear me. There's a bit of a breeze. This area where I am appears to be a little bit more sheltered. But this ground here looks okay to pitch a tent, I think. Looks quite a good spot. Ground is dry. It's quite boggy down there at the bottom. I just had to walk up through that. Wasn't too bad. It's been dry for quite a while. That's obviously where the water collects and goes down to those tributaries. Let's set the tent up here.
I took my Gellert solo tent. It's a really old version, and to be honest, I completely forgot how small it is. It's really lightweight, but it's more of a bivvy than a tent. And for more reasons than it just being small, which will become apparent later in this video, I really regret taking it. But this is what gear tests are for, so a lesson learned. As for my sleep system, I first put down a thin, lightweight reflective mat. This not only keeps me a little warmer, but it also adds some protection to my airbed from the ground puncturing it. My airbed is a Trekology UL80 ultralight sleeping mat. I've been using this for quite a while now, and it's very comfortable, but it's not particularly warm pad, and I need to get a better one for colder nights. I have a little flex tail pump to inflate my airbed. It just takes 90 seconds to inflate it. My sleeping bag is a Kiza down bag, and is really just a summer bag, but it's warm enough for tonight, and it's very compact and lightweight. Finally, a little Mountain Warehouse foam pillow that I've had for years, that I prefer to an inflatable one as I find it much more comfortable. It's my luxury item. First thing I like to do after setting up camp is to make a coffee. I use a Trangia meth stove, and I have done for the last 10 years. This has served me well, but this time I didn't bring a windshield. I really wish I did, as it made the stove quite inefficient. I use a little bag for my mixture of coffee, sugar and powdered milk, as it saves space and weight. Cheers! For dinner I just have a packet of pasta, and I can measure out the correct amount of water with this plastic peanut butter jar that doubles up as a container for small bits and pieces. I add powdered milk to the sachet to add flavour to my meal. It doesn't take long to cook, and I can enjoy a hot meal before heading out for a walk to explore the area. This stove packs up easily, and as you can see, it's well used. It's compact and lightweight, and by design doesn't rattle in your backpack. Heading out for that walk, and would you believe it, I find a much better spot to set up a tent. It even has a seat. So I move my tent and make myself at home here instead, with a much nicer view. Now, let's continue that walk.
Six o'clock. It's been raining and unfortunately water's been getting through. Yeah. So what I've done is I've just taken my waterproof jacket and just covered my sleeping bag with it. Keep the bag dry. And yeah. I'm not going to open this door because it'll all come in. But I'll just put it underneath. Let's have a look. Yeah, nice and grey. Well, it's a little bit grim today. It's to be expected, this was forecast. I'm just going to pack up and head back. It's getting clear up in the ditch. Got some cows here in the background. Some sheep up there have visited as well. See a little bit of a sheltered spot here. Animals know best. So yeah, let's just pack up and head on, I think. So I've left nothing behind. Packed everything into the plastic liner first. I've still got an audience all around me. Now I'm just going to head over into those woods over there, where I'll hopefully find a dry spot where I can lay out the kit and pack it away properly into my backpack. So let's crack on. So I'm in the forest and I've just managed to basically put all the kit in its little bags. When I was just clearing up, I just shoved it all in that black bin bag and I've just basically put it back in its own little sacks. And now to put it in the backpack and get going. So I just need to transfer this water to this bottle. This is water I collected yesterday from the river, or from the stream, and this is the Sawyer squeeze filter. So skull and crossbones on that one to remind me. I just screw that on top here. Undo this. Now I can drink directly from that if I want to, but I'm just going to transfer it into this bottle here just by tipping it over like that and squeezing it through. And now I have clear, fresh drinking water. Well, that's it. I'm all packed up. I'm heading back to Chagford now, catch the bus back home. It's about a 6-mile walk. I'm going the same route as I did yesterday, so I'm not going to film it. I really enjoyed myself. I'm going to do this again real soon. We're in for a bit of wet weather, and although, you know, it was a bit damp this morning, I didn't mind it too much. It is summer. And next time I'll come out with a better tent. I'll come out with my Vango Apex 200. Yeah, we've got a bit of rain coming up. I'll keep an eye on the weather forecast, try and pick a couple of days where I can get out and do this again, I think. I'll use this as a starting point. You know, now I found a better spot and you know the route. Yeah, so until next time, take care.